Hello everyone and welcome to Airships Conquer the Skies. In this video, we're going to be playing through the last three missions, Spider's Gorge, the Kraken, and the Trenches. Now, I do need to mention that I actually recorded this video where I played through the last three missions already, but I hadn't realized that I'd been messing around with some of the recording settings to kind of just mess around with it, seeing some stuff I could do, and I'd forgotten to revert the settings back to what I normally record with. So that video was basically unusable because of some of the settings I'd forgotten to adjust back to how I usually have it. Mainly dealing with audio. The video itself was fine, but the audio was kind of messed up. So instead, I'm re-recording it now. So, but I want you guys to know that because I've already played through the mission, so I already know what they did, and I already know what they are. I already know how I beat them. And a challenge to myself is I am not going to just repeat the tactics I used when I played through them initially to beat them. I'm going to come up with something new. So, having that in mind, the Spider's Gorge, how I beat this level previously, was by using a bunch of like these sort of heavy bomber ships that my friend designed. And I just had quite a few, like several of those, and then some Aussies to support them. And that actually, we beat the Spiders on the first try. Now, that said, the Spiders were pretty challenging. It was pretty close. I'm not actually sure how, if I played it again, I'm not sure I would have actually been able to beat them. So, that said, we are going to design some ships, or specifically, we're going to design a new ship for this idea. I want to try and use flamethrowers. So, keeping that in mind, we're going to get started with having a command and crew. We don't want the basics. Command and crew, we want a cockpit. I'm going to throw it on a cockpit, and then we're going to do a berth. And then we will move on to lift. I have a small suspendium chamber, like so. And propulsion, we're going to have a small propeller. And then resources. We're basically using the basic design of like the Aussies, but we're going to put a flamethrower on it. That's the basic idea. Now, fire extinguisher, we could do that. No, we want a supply hatch that we can just throw on there. Structural, we're not going to do structural. We're going to do troops. We don't want any troops. We want to move on to weapons. So close that down. Weapons. And let's see what we've got. Flamethrower, that's what we want. So we're going to just put a flamethrower on like so. Yeah, okay, I'm trying to think. How's the best way? We could just try with one flamethrower. Yeah, we're going to just try with one flamethrower. So that's a little bit of a weird design. In terms of looks, it doesn't look nice. Which, I will say, I prefer when my ships look nice. But, oh well, we can't really do that in all of them. Let's see. Air sailors, recommended crew is 7. We only have 3. So we're going to go ahead and move back onto berths. Put a berth there and a berth there. No, I guess we can put a berth there, and then we've got recommended min crew is 7, recommended crew is 7, min crew is 4, recommended crew is 7, and air sailors is 6. So there we go. Again, it's a weird looking ship. Not gonna deny that, but that's good enough for what we want. So we're gonna save this design. We're gonna call this. I don't know of a good name off the top of my head, so we're just gonna call it the Flying Flame Mark 1. Flying Flame Mark 1. There we go. So now we're going to hop out. We're going to go into the missions. We're going to do the Spider's Gorge, and we're going to play. And we've got quite a bit of money to deal with, so we are going to open up the Flying Flame. The ship has no ammunition. Ha! Okay. So, back to the drawing board. We're going to design a fight, airship editor, open design, flying flame. Open. And yeah, we forgot ammo, didn't we? Okay, well, this is actually not going to be a huge problem to fix. We're going to just get a small ammo store. I'm going to just put it on right there. But I actually think we want to do this like there. So we want it, ammunition to be relatively close. So there we go. Still not the best looking ship. Actually, let's see. Could we do 2 flamethrowers? We could do two flamethrowers right there. Does mean we will have less ammunition. And what's our crew at? Recommended crew 9. Air saves is 6. So I think that's good. I think that's a good design. I mean, I don't know if it's a good design, but it's a serviceable design. All right, moving back to missions after that short little issue with the ship not being available because I done goofed. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna put a bunch of these down. The ship actually has a pretty good lift to it. It's got a pretty high lift ceiling. We're gonna just do an army of these, or I guess it would be an armada, and see if this works. Just moving these into position. These are gonna. We'll leave that guy back. Burn! 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 Burn the giant spiders! Burn them! Burn them all! I don't think this is working. I don't know if we're killing them or not. Well, we killed one. Advance the fleet forward. The day is ours. Okay, so just a crap ton of flamethrowers works pretty well. And we only lost one, and one got disarmed, and we survived with. Man, how many did we have? That's a lot. So yeah, that actually worked though. Yeah. So here, a giant aerial skycracker. So this looks really scary, but the thing that I realized after I played this mission a couple times. I actually beat it the first time, but I played it a couple more in the previous recording. And one of the things I noticed is that it doesn't really attack the ships, it attacks the crew. So it grabs the crew out of the ship and then eats them. That's basically what this does. Now, it does technically do some damage to the ship, but it doesn't destroy the ships. It goes after the crew. It's kind of the main focus of it. So you know what we're going to do? Because I beat this thing with just an alligator and a couple of Aussies. I also beat it with basically just using a bunch of like pretty big ships and stuff. But what we're going to do is we're basically gonna just, this is so stupid, we're gonna just do a ton of flamethrowers because I actually really like this ship. These ships actually seem to be proving themselves to be worthwhile little flamethrower ships. That because I've never used flamethrowers before, but they seem to be pretty effective. They're not super effective, but they're decently effective. We're actually not even going to order these guys around. We're basically going to just have these ships act as just, we're going to just sit here and let the Kraken do its thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so scratch that. We are moving in. Go, go, go. Upper fleet. You guys are going to go over this way and go like there. You guys are gonna go as close as possible. Maybe flamethrowers were a terrible idea. This thing has way better range than we do with its grabby tentacles. You guys need to get back over, get closer in this way. You guys keep moving down. We might be able to kill this thing eventually. Oh, you guys got stuck. Things are going badly. Come on, I gotta be able to move you guys in. Move you guys in. You guys keep chasing that thing. Don't let it escape. Burn it! We're gonna have some calamari. So, pretty sure calamari's raw, so we shouldn't really be using flamethrowers if we want to have proper calamari. Get a little bit closer, come on. Burn it. Just keep moving the ships in. There we go. We're doing some damage now. Day is ours. There we go. So yeah, looks like that's a ton. Oh, that is so many. That's ridiculous. So yeah, spamming really small, cheap ships, I think, is a kind of overpowered tactic in this game. So far it has worked incredibly well. We're actually gonna keep trying it. We're gonna see if we can. The flamethrower ships will be. Are the Flying Flame Mark 1s invincible? We shall find out. Especially seeing as how, basically want these in like small groups though, like something like that, and then fairly close together because we want to utilize their flamethrowers pretty well. We cancel that. All right, here we go. See if we can burn these guys out. Might not work so well because we're going up against stone stuff, but maybe. Okay. Does not seem to be doing too well. I'm thinking flamethrower ships are a little volatile. But we can still do this. Closer in. Come on. Why aren't you guys shooting? Target right in front of you. Wow. So yeah, this failed miserably. And I will say the trenches, this level is the one, this mission is the one that gave me the most trouble in the previous recording. But I'm not going to do what I did there, because basically I just used a bunch of boarding ships. To beat it last time. So we're going to try. I did get the wolf spider imported. I actually did that previous video because I wanted to try and use it on this level. And it was nominally successful. B-17s, that's the bombers I used pretty effectively. The Solico, this is a heavy ship, but yeah, the B-17s is what I used in conjunction with some boarding ships, and that proved pretty effective last time. Let's see. Probably a much better design than what I had. I can pretty much guarantee it is. We are going to unmatch. Oh, also, I should comment in this video. I had some comments on the previous video where I was asking about struts as well as like the large keels and stuff. Basically, they add to the structural integrity of the ship, so it basically makes the ships hardier, as well as help. It does help in some areas to like reduce fire spread and stuff like that. The struts do. So yeah, that's basically what the purpose of them. So I'm actually going to start using them because I think that actually sounds pretty interesting. So we're going to try and do that. The Skilla, that's I don't remember some of these designs. Okay. We're going to just go with... I honestly don't know what to do. Because, again, I think this level's actually pretty challenging. Because we got to deal with 4 of these with flat cannons. I guess the best thing to do... I mean, if we could get over there, we could use some land ships, but that's going to be the issue, except for anything except the wolf spider can get over no problem. I already know that. So we might try and do, I don't know, because again, I can just do bombers and boarding ships, and that works pretty well. But I guess what we'll try is we'll try utilizing the Achilles has bombs on it, doesn't it? So we'll try utilizing the Achilles and the Scylla. I think we'll just try with 2 pretty heavy ships. Try utilizing these, and we will, of course, a couple of Aussies. You can never go wrong with that. So, or actually just 1 as sort of like an escort, I guess. So, we're gonna try this. This is probably not gonna work. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee you it will not work. So we kind of want him to be there so he has targets, but the bombs can fire as well. You're actually kind of in the way. I want you to go up here once he's ahead of you, and then you are going to just go down to here, so that way you can board when we need you to. Taking a lot of damage fairly early on. The Achilles Mark II is, but go ahead and issue the boarding order, and then advance forward a little bit. Oh wow. So let's go. Come on, board the other. We basically want you guys to go. What are you doing? So speed this up. You guys supposed to go over here. Under command. Come on. Boarding failed. Yeah, this is not. We're gonna lose this. These guys got stuck on the building. Things are not looking good. That's for sure. Oh boy. Oh wow. Yeah, we lost most of the enemy weapons point up. So we basically, actually, I actually have an idea. Okay, firing arc is going to be like there. So if we get some short ships, fly them back over here, we could actually potentially, just maybe, gun them down with cannons. What would be the best ships for that? Honestly, probably the Achilles, actually. The Achilles is like a multi-role ship. It's got bombs on it. You know what I think this calls for? We're going to design an Achilles Mark III. So we're going to exit out here, design and fight, airship editor, open design, Achilles Mark II. Yeah, I think the Mark II is what we want to go with. Oh, actually, let me see. Mark I, Mark II. Yeah, we'll go with the Mark II. Eliminate those. Is there anything we can really do weapons wise? Flamethrower, Gatling gun, heavy cannon. Oh, there we go. Harpoon gun. I don't know if the harpoon gun is new, if that was added since last time I designed ships, or if it was just because I was designing in a game where I didn't have access to everything. I'm thinking we're going to try getting rid of you. Heavy cannon. There. I don't know. I don't think we're going to actually go with heavy cannons, because that's kind of changing the role of the ship a little too much, in my opinion. What I will do is I will... Hum hum hum. So I guess we can do something like this. And crew was our recommended crew, and we are at that crew, so we're gonna just do some corridors to connect out for the most part. We actually we'll go ahead and do a small ammo store or two and a fire extinguisher. I think something like that looks pretty good. Well, it doesn't look good. Look a little bit better if we put that back there. Yeah. Or actually just do like how it was. Seemed to be pretty good. Oops. There we go. So that looks good to me. Save design. Achilles Mark 3. So, gonna leave. Go into missions, the trenches. We're gonna play. Add airships. Achilles Mark 3. It's a little bit. It's still cheaper than the original, but it's a little bit more expensive. So we're gonna just go 1, 2, and then add airship. I think we're gonna just go with some Aussies to run interference as usual. I think we're gonna make them Aussies Mark 2. Aussies Marks 2 to run. Oh, nope. Shoot. I'm messing up here. I do apologize. Okay, so I am going to set this all up, and then I will be right back. And welcome back. We've got our ships set up how I want them. I kind of messed around a little bit seeing where I would want them, but I think this is pretty good. So we're going to start. We're going to take these ships. Well, we'll take the Aussies first, and we'll take them back. First things first, just take them back all the way to, like, there. And these, we are going to go all the way back to, like, here. We're going to just go and see if they can weather the storm. They can survive getting into their location. Should be able to wreck that thing pretty good. It looks like most of the flat cannons have stopped firing, so we should be in the clear. Main thing I think is going to just be if we will run out of ammo or not. Just kind of get right there and fast forward till we shoot them all to pieces or run out of ammo, whichever happens first. Is that it? You guys out of ammunition? I think you're out of ammunition. Looks like you're out of ammunition. So, guess we're gonna just kind of go over here. Ground ships. Abandoned ship. Move you to attack there. Then you're going to ground ship. And we're going to ground ship. Come on, ground ship. Ah, stupid. Ground ship. Why aren't you working? I don't know why the game hates me. Okay, you guys abandon ship. Boarding you guys. Go, 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 go. least I have to say we lost. Yep, we have been defeated. So that didn't work. I guess we'll just do a repeat of how we actually beat it the first time, because I'm apparently having some issues with beating it any other way. So 1, 2, 3. I don't remember exactly the setup I had. I had some sort of probably better setup than this, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was something to this effect. Basically a bunch of boarding ships. I think I actually had a wolf spider here in the final attempt. A wolf spider and then a ton of boarding ships. So we are going to issue. You two are going to board there. You are going to board there. You are going to board there. You're going to board there. And you guys are going to board there. Actually, I did that backwards. I moved them into place, then issue the boarding orders. That's it. Because there was some elements I did learn in some areas where you don't want the guys moving out of the ships until they're actually ready to board. So you issue the boarding orders after you issue the movement orders. You move them into place, then issue them to board. So first ship, move here. Second ship, move here. You move there. You move here, actually. You move here. And you guys move here. Basically something along these lines. Robotic spiders. Ground all. Yep, there we go. So, there we go. We'll just speed up the game. The bunker has been captured. All you guys there. That's a lot of guys. We need to ground ship. Need to get these crews out of the ships, though. It's a problem. Now under command. Okay. Well. That's a little disappointing. Ground ship. Abandoned ship. Capture this. All you guys. Come on. This is frustrating. Come on. Okay, well, this is dumb. It's a stalemate. I don't remember exactly what or how we did it, but I did beat it last time, but I had to do like a very specific thing to get it to work, because this was by far the hardest mission. But you know what? That's all the time I want to dedicate to this episode. So we technically haven't beaten the trenches, so we will be continuing that at some point. However, to make things a little more interesting, because I could just keep using boarding ships and stuff, because that seems to be fairly effective. Maybe put a wolf spider and then some revenants on or something like that. Either way, end result is, or not end result, what I want you guys to do, if you would be so inclined, is comment in the below this video and give me some challenges dealing with, well, actually, either of these missions: Dragon Rider Keep, Spider's Gorge, the Kraken, or the Trenches. Give me some challenges. Limit what I can use. So just to clarify, I prefer if you don't like tell me specific things to use, but kind of give me a general challenge, so that gives me some flexibility to kind of figure out some stuff on my own. So like, say, okay, I can't use any flamethrowers or boarding ships, or I can only use X number of ships, so I can't just take a bunch of small ships. I have to use like 1 or 2 bigger ships that are more expensive, because of course there is a price limit on those missions anyway. But yeah, do something like that. That would be really interesting. So I will finish the Trenches, but maybe if you guys throw some challenges my way concerning the Trenches, that would actually be pretty interesting. And again, just kind of give me a little bit more challenge, because I did beat it previously. The Trenches is the hardest mission in my opinion, but the main thing is that you can basically just keep trying. Like, I think I'm pretty sure how I beat it is I used a bunch of boarding ships and bombers, and I basically blew up like 2 of the bunkers and captured the other 2. Either way, that's all we have time for in this episode. Thank you all for watching, and as always, till next time.